Think you have seen it all? Think again. Our world, this extraordinary blue sphere spinning silently in the vastness of space, conceals wonders that defy both logic and imagination. We have mapped its continents, charted its oceans, and named its highest peaks, yet there remain pockets of our planet so strange, so fantastical, they seem to belong to another realm entirely. These are landscapes sculpted not by human hands, but by the patient, powerful forces of nature over millennia. They challenge our perception of reality and remind us that the greatest artist of all is the Earth itself. Today, we embark on a journey to the very edges of belief. We will travel across continents and through climates to witness 20 of the most unbelievable wonders our planet has to offer. High in the Andes of southwest Bolivia, at an altitude of nearly 12,000 feet, lies a landscape forged from an ancient evaporated past. This is Salar de Uyuni, the largest salt flat on Earth, stretching over 4,000 square miles, a blindingly white expanse of interlocking salt crystals. But during the rainy season, this place undergoes a miraculous transformation. A shallow layer of rainwater creates a thin, perfectly still film that extends to the horizon in every direction. The salt flat becomes the world's largest natural mirror. The boundary between Earth and atmosphere dissolves. To stand here is to feel as though you are floating in a void, suspended between two heavens. At night, the entire star-dusted cosmos is duplicated in the water, creating an immersive 360-degree celestial sphere. It is a humbling experience where one feels an intimate connection to the universe. Walking here is not walking on water, it is walking on the sky itself. The Salar was once part of a gigantic prehistoric lake, Lake Minchin. As the climate changed over tens of thousands of years, the lake slowly evaporated, leaving behind this immense concentration of salt and minerals. The extraordinary flatness, with variations of less than a single meter, allows for this perfect, world-reflecting mirror, a geological accident of breathtaking beauty. We travel now to the arid lands of the American Southwest, to the Navajo Nation in Arizona. Here, hidden from the casual eye, the earth splits open to reveal a subterranean masterpiece. This is Antelope Canyon, a narrow slot canyon sculpted by the patient power of water. During monsoon, rainwater rushes through the basin, gathering speed and picking up sand and debris. The slurry swirls and scours Navajo sandstone, grinding at the rock walls in a slow geological polishing year after year. Carving the smooth, flowing shapes we see today, curves so fluid they look like frozen fabric. The true magic is light meeting stone. Beams of direct sunlight penetrate the canyon openings, creating brilliant columns of light. Ambient light bounces off winding walls, colors shifting and deepening. Sandstone glows with oranges, purples and reds that change throughout the day. Inside, a silent, moving symphony of light and color creates motion in the stillness. Here, at the convergence of three great nations, Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana, stands a monument sculpted by the relentless hand of deep time, Mount Roraima. It is a vast tabletop mountain, a tepui, its sheer 400-meter-high cliffs cutting a stark silhouette against the sky. Its summit, perpetually wreathed in a shifting veil of mist, has long been a source of myth and legend. The ascent to this elevated plateau is a journey back in time. The path winds through lush, humid rainforest, teeming with tropical life, before giving way to the stark, barren rock of the mountain's flanks as one climbs higher and the familiar world recedes. The final approach is a scramble up a natural stone staircase, a crack in the formidable defenses of this ancient fortress. To break through the cloud layer and step onto the summit is to enter another realm entirely, a place where the rules of the world below seem suspended, forgotten by the passage of eons. Upon the summit, a panorama of breathtaking desolation unfolds. It is a stark, blackened labyrinth of water-scoured sandstone, twisted by wind and rain into bizarre and haunting shapes. These formations, some resembling giant mushrooms, others like chess pieces in a game played by titans, stand as silent witnesses to millions of years of erosion. Life here is a study in resilience. Tiny carnivorous pitcher plants lay their traps for unsuspecting insects, supplementing their meager diet. Small black frogs, so ancient they predate the ability to hop, scuttle across the damp rocks, unable to even swim should they fall into a pool. This is a living laboratory, a precious fragment of a primeval world, preserved by its sheer inaccessibility, offering us a humbling glimpse into the deep, strange history of life on our remarkable planet. In southwestern Turkey, the earth has crafted a spectacle of a wholly different nature. It is a landscape that seems to belong to a fairy tale, a frozen waterfall of brilliant, dazzling white. This is Pamukkale, which translates quite literally to Cotton Castle. And it is not difficult to see why. For centuries, mineral-rich thermal waters, heated deep within the planet's crust, have flowed down this hillside. As the supersaturated calcium carbonate cools and degasses upon contact with air, it deposits a soft, gel-like substance that hardens into travertine, creating a cascade of otherworldly terraces. Drop by drop, layer by layer, the landscape is built. Water spills over the edge of one basin and flows to the next, leaving behind its precious mineral cargo. This creates petrified pools, their rims delicately scalloped, filled with water of an almost impossible turquoise hue. Above this natural wonder lie the ghosts of a great city, Hierapolis, founded in the 2nd century BC. The ancient Greeks and Romans built a sprawling spa town here, believing the waters possessed sacred therapeutic properties. They constructed temples, grand bathhouses, and a vast necropolis, whose ornate sarcophagi still line the ancient roads. Today, the delicate balance of this unique environment requires careful management. The flow of water must be controlled to allow deposits to dry and retain their brilliant whiteness, preventing them from being trampled into discolored sludge. Deep within China's Hunan province lies a forest of stone, a landscape so fantastical it seems plucked from dreams. This is Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, where over 3,000 colossal sandstone pillars jut dramatically towards the sky. Some reaching heights of over 200 meters, they are slender, solitary spires swathed in subtropical foliage and often shrouded in ethereal mist. The effect is profoundly disorienting, creating the illusion of a flotilla of green-topped islands suspended in midair. These incredible formations result from countless millennia of erosion. In the distant past, this area was deep beneath the ocean where layers of quartz sandstone were laid down over time. Later, geological uplift raised the plateau, and the patient work of water and ice began. Water seeping into vertical cracks expanded by freezing temperatures, gradually widened the fissures. Year after year, the softer stone was washed away, leaving these resilient pillars standing in defiance of gravity. It is this very landscape that served as direct inspiration for the floating Hallelujah Mountains in Avatar. In the vast, unforgiving expanse of the Karakum Desert in Turkmenistan, a truly extraordinary and terrifying spectacle has been burning for half a century. Known locally as the Door to Hell, the Darvaza gas crater is a fiery chasm that defies our expectations of the natural world. It's not a volcanic vent, but a man-made accident. Here the very earth seems torn open, revealing a glimpse into an inferno that has raged unabated, a permanent wound glowing with otherworldly light. The story of its creation is one of miscalculation. In 1971, Soviet geologists prospecting for natural gas began drilling at this site, believing they had discovered a substantial oil field. But the ground beneath their rig was not stable. It was a cavernous pocket filled with natural gas. The ground collapsed, swallowing the drilling rig and leaving behind a gaping maw. Faced with dangerous methane plumes, the scientists made a fateful decision. They chose to ignite the escaping gas, believing it would burn off within weeks. Their calculations were dramatically incorrect. The fire they started that day has not been extinguished. For over 50 years, it has burned with relentless intensity, a constant roaring furnace in the middle of the silent desert. At night, the effect is even more dramatic, as the incandescent glow paints the desert sky in shades of orange and red, a stark contrast to the star-filled darkness above. It is a powerful, humbling reminder of the immense and often untamable power that lies just beneath the surface of our planet, a fire that once lit has refused to die. In the Great Rift Valley of Tanzania, near the Kenyan border, lies a body of water so alien and inhospitable it seems from another world. This is Lake Natron, a shallow salt and soda lake with chemistry among the most extreme on Earth. Its waters are highly alkaline, with pH reaching over 10, almost as corrosive as ammonia. In the dry season, as water evaporates and salinity soars, microorganisms multiply, turning the salt pans a spectral, blood red. That alkalinity makes the lake a deadly trap. Any unsuspecting animal that falls into its caustic embrace faces a grim form of preservation. High sodium carbonate acts as a preservative, just like ancient Egyptian mummification. Bodies become calcified, forms preserved as they dry, turning into stone-like statues. They wash ashore in eerie, lifelike poses, frozen in their final moments. Yet life finds a way. Lake Natron is the world's most important breeding ground for the lesser flamingo. The lake's hostility deters predators, creating a safe haven for chicks, a vibrant pink ribbon of life against a backdrop of death. Deep beneath the rolling green hills of New Zealand's North Island lies a hidden universe, a labyrinth of limestone caves that holds one of nature's most enchanting light shows. The Waitomo Caves reveal a celestial wonder as your eyes adjust to the darkness. The ceilings come alive with a constellation of tiny, brilliant blue lights, a living galaxy suspended in the subterranean night. This magical luminescence comes from thousands of glowworms, the larval stage of Arachnocampa luminosa. Each emits a soft blue-green glow from its tail, a chemical reaction designed to lure and capture prey in the absolute darkness. A silent boat ride along the underground river offers the most immersive experience, moving through caverns, where the only illumination comes from the living stars above. The air is cool and still, the only sound the gentle lapping of water against the boat. It is a profoundly moving journey into a world that seems spun from fantasy. Here, in the remote wilderness of the American Southwest, on the border of Arizona and Utah, lies a geological marvel of breathtaking beauty known simply as the wave. This is not a landscape sculpted by sudden upheaval, but by the patient caress of wind and water over millions of years. The Navajo sandstone has been etched into a flowing masterpiece, creating an illusion of liquidity. The journey to witness this spectacle is not easy. Access is strictly limited to protect its fragile structure, with only a handful of permits granted each day. As one descends into the main channel, the rock rises in magnificent curving walls painted with a palette of reds, oranges, yellows, and pinks. These are intricate bands and layers, each representing a different period in the ancient dunes' history. The true magic of the wave reveals itself in the interplay of light and shadow. As the sun journeys across the sky, the character of the canyon shifts dramatically. As midday approaches, the sun's rays pour directly into the formations, igniting the sandstone with a fiery, almost incandescent glow. Adrift in the Arabian Sea, some 240 kilometers east of the Horn of Africa, lies an island that time seems to have forgotten. This is Socotra, a fragment of the ancient supercontinent of Gondwana. The most iconic inhabitant of this strange land is the dragon's blood tree. With its dense, upturned canopy shaped like a giant inside-out umbrella, it is a marvel of adaptation designed to capture moisture and provide shade to its own roots. When its bark is cut, it bleeds a dark red resin, the dragon's blood of legend, prized for centuries as dye, incense, and traditional medicine. Deep in the heart of Patagonia, on the shores of South America's second-largest freshwater lake, General Carrera, lies a natural wonder of ethereal beauty carved into solid marble cliffs. The Capillas de Marmol, the marble caves, are an intricate network of tunnels, pillars, and grottos sculpted by water over thousands of years. Supported by swirling marble columns that seem to defy gravity as they rise from the azure depths. Sunlight penetrates the crystalline water and reflects onto the smooth white marble walls. Reflected light paints the interior with moving, shimmering blue and green patterns, creating an experience like being inside a giant living gemstone. In the vast frozen expanse of Antarctica, a continent defined by unimaginable cold and monolithic ice sheets, a stark and fiery contradiction exists. Here stands Mount Erebus, the southernmost active volcano on our planet. Its summit caldera cradles a persistent, convecting lava lake that has bubbled and churned for over 50 years, an open window into the Earth's fiery mantle. The temperature of this lava hovers around 1,000 degrees Celsius, a stark contrast to surrounding air that can plummet to 60 degrees below freezing. Off the coast of Belize, nestled within the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef, lies a feature of breathtaking scale and profound mystery. From the air it appears as a perfect dark blue circle, a stark and mesmerizing pupil set within the turquoise iris of the shallow Caribbean Sea. This is the Great Blue Hole, a colossal marine sinkhole over 300 meters across. To descend into the Great Blue Hole is to journey back in time. Here, suspended in the deep blue void, are colossal stalactites, remnants of when this was a vast limestone cave system before the seas rose. In the sun-drenched Okanagan Valley of British Columbia, Canada, lies Tlaloc, known as Spotted Lake. As summer heat arrives, it undergoes a remarkable transformation, leaving behind hundreds of circular, mineral-rich pools of different sizes and colors. The whole looks like a surreal polka-dotted mosaic painted by an unseen artist, created by incredibly high concentrations of magnesium sulfate, calcium, sodium sulfates, silver, and titanium. For the indigenous Silks people of the Okanagan Nation, this has been a revered site for centuries, where different pools were prescribed for different ailments. A place where truces were called, and healing occurred. In the vast wetlands of Panjin, in northeastern China, nature stages one of its most breathtaking displays of color. Here, Suaeta salsa, a species of seaweed, blankets the immense delta, transforming from green to vibrant, fiery crimson. This red pigment, beta-cyanin, the same that gives beetroots their color, is displayed across an astonishing 18 kilometers of coastline, a living carpet of deep, burning red. This crimson sea provides crucial shelter for migratory birds, including the magnificent red-crowned crane. For these creatures, the Red Beach is a vital stopover on their immense annual journeys. The chocolate hills of the Philippines, over 1,200 conical hills that transform from green to rich brown, appearing like giant drops of chocolate placed upon the earth. The Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland, 40,000 interlocking basalt columns formed by ancient volcanic cooling, a perfect example of nature's grasp of mathematics and geometry. Lake Baikal in Siberia, the world's deepest and oldest lake, containing a fifth of all unfrozen fresh water, whose winter ice becomes a transparent window into the dark world below. From the shifting colors of Kelimutu's spirit lakes to the accidental artistry of Fly Geyser, our journey has revealed just a fraction of the unreal wonders our planet holds. These places challenge our perception of what is possible, reminding us that reality can often be far stranger and more beautiful than fiction. The Earth is a vast and varied tapestry, woven with threads of fire, ice, water, and stone. For every location we have explored, countless others lie waiting to be discovered. The drive to explore, to understand, and to witness these marvels is a fundamental part of the human spirit. The world is not just a home, it is a gallery of natural masterpieces, a library of geological epics, and a laboratory of life's endless experiments. From the deepest sinkhole to the highest tabletop mountain, these places are not just destinations on a map. They are invitations to look closer, to wonder more deeply. So as our journey concludes for now, the call to adventure remains. The world is out there, brimming with sights that defy belief and landscapes that stir the soul. The next valley, the next island, the next hidden cave could hold a spectacle more incredible than anything we can imagine. The greatest wonders are often found where we least expect them, rewarding those with a curious heart and a desire to see what lies over the horizon. Remember, our planet is full of surprises. Keep exploring.